For the past few weeks, I've been mentally preparing for this video, and now that I'm here to film it, I don't really know where to start. So if you're new here, I'm a high school math teacher. My name is Brianne Beebe, and occasionally I'll do videos that are just kind of like a sit down and chat about whatever changes are happening, and it's kind of like a life update video. And right now I am facing big changes. So I'm gonna start updating with the thing that I have the least to say about, which ironically is school. And that's just because we don't know a whole lot yet. A lot of things are still up in the air. Today is Thursday, August 26th, as I'm filming this. And when we go back for professional development, it'll be Tuesday, August 31st. So we're kind of close to being back, and we start back with students Wednesday, September 8th. So what we know right now is that we are going back fully in person. There is no remote option. There's no hybrid. Hallelujah. Masks are mandated. That was determined by my school, and it's recently been determined by the state that that's how schools will be run this year. Our state also determined that teachers are to be vaccinated, and if they choose not to be, they have to be tested regularly for COVID. And the other thing is that physical distancing, it's not going to be a thing because we can't fit that many bodies in the building if we are keeping them 3 feet apart. So that's all I know. I don't know if I can use paper. I don't know if I can use interactive notebooks. I don't know if my students can share supplies. I don't know any of that. Can I put them together at tables? Do my desks have to be in rows? Can I have them do activities where they are getting up and walking around the room? I don't know, but I do see a lot of people through Teachergram, like that's what their students are doing, and it seems okay. I don't know. So since there are so many unknowns and things up in the air right now, I decided to vlog everything leading up through the first week of school, just because I know things are gonna change and they're gonna happen, and I wanna be able to give the full update on what's going on. And also just talk about what I did for the back to school first week back and all that. So I'm working on vlogging for that. So then the update that the rest of my updates hinge upon is the fact that I am pregnant and due soon. I'm due October 7th. So I will be back in school for a few weeks, probably, and then out on maternity leave, which is strange. So I'll come back to talking about maternity leave, but I wanted to just share how that's going to be impacting this channel, because I'm not going to be just taking maternity leave from school. I'm also going to be on maternity leave from my business. Now, for me, I do everything on my own. Like, I run the YouTube channel, I run my blog, I run my Instagram, I have courses. Like, everything is on me. I'm the only one. I'm by myself. Considering hiring help. I know I need to. Like, I'm at the point where I need to hire help, period, pregnant or not, but that's like a whole other discussion. So what's going to happen with my channel is I will still have videos coming out. They have been pre-recorded through December. And the biggest change that you'll probably notice is that videos will be out less frequently. So normally videos go up on my channel every other Sunday, and I'm going to have to drop down to one Sunday a month. So I forget the exact schedule, but I think after this video goes up, then it's like the second Sunday of October, November, December, there will be a video up. And that's what made it manageable, is because we're talking about 3 more videos after this one. So it's not like I have to do a ton of work. The exception will be the vlog, because I miss vlogging. I really did enjoy it the one year that I did it. The only reason it didn't continue was because I was pregnant and had a baby, and it was too much to try and vlog and then edit and try to make it cohesive. So that's why I stopped vlogging. But my son's older now, and I'm about to have another baby. So it's like, if I don't do a vlog right now, it's just not gonna happen. So I decided to vlog that. And then other updates that are more business related than anything else. In recent videos, I shared about having a Facebook group for the Organized Teacher Challenge. I ran basically 2 different kinds of challenges. I did one that goes through email, and then I did one that happens monthly on a Facebook group, because the email challenges only happen in January, and for the first time we did one in July this summer. So the Facebook group that runs monthly, I'm actually shutting it down. So I feel bad because I talked about it so much in recent videos, and I was like, you can join the Facebook group and, you know, we'll do the organizing challenges there. By the time this video goes up, it's going to be closed down. So what's going to happen is I'm going to make the group like secret. So like it won't be found. If you go to the links in previous videos, blog posts, anywhere, it's going to tell you that you can't find it. And then the group itself, it used to be called archiving, but now it's called pausing. So I could resume the group in the future if I wanted to. I don't have plans to do that at this time, because the truth of the matter is, after really enjoying the pop-up Facebook group I did for the July challenge, and it was completely separate from my regular group, I loved that so much that when I look at the group that I've had running continuously, I did not get as much joy from that. And so if I'm not enjoying it, why continue doing it? So for right now, it's going to be paused, which means that all of the content is still there. So if you're in the group already, you can still access all the different challenges and all of the materials that I posted, but you can't interact with anything. Like, you won't be able to click like, you won't be able to comment, but it's still there for you if you need it. So I feel like that's kind of the best of both situations, because I don't want to take it away from people completely, but I can't keep running it, especially with everything else going on. It's just too much, and I'm at the point where, as far as like business goes, I want to start scaling back. So as far as pregnancy goes, I feel like no pregnancy is ever easy. Like, someone asked me last time if I was having like an easy pregnancy, and I'm like, are you kidding me? But this one was definitely more difficult than when I was pregnant with Russell. And then the pregnancy I had in between Russell and this one, that one was miserable. So it's, you know, always going to be different. But this pregnancy, I had a high-risk pregnancy condition, which luckily today I found out it has subsided. I decided not to actually disclose what it was precisely, just because when you're on the internet and you share this information with people, just, you know, just to be transparent, just to share it, you end up getting a lot of people responding to you that are very well-meaning and like they want to help and just encourage you, but sometimes it's not helpful and sometimes it just makes things worse. So certain things I decided to keep to myself. So that was one of them. We do know that we're having a girl. And that was another one where it's like, people are very well-meaning, but like they share information with you and it just gets you like upset or freaked out, because when we first found out it was a girl, the ultrasound tech said, I think it's a girl. And I was hung up on the word think. I'm like, what do you mean think? Like, I need to know what it is for certain so I can be mentally prepared either way. Like, I'm fine with boy or girl, but I wanted to know what it was going to be. And when she said, oh, I think it's a girl, and then people start asking, because they know you've had an anatomy scan at that point. They're like, what are you having? And I'm like, well, they said they think it's a girl. Then you start getting bombarded with people's like stories of, oh yeah, I know someone that they thought they were having this, and they ended up having that. And you know what? Those stories, they're not reassuring and they're not helpful. I don't know. It's just hard being pregnant and like receiving stuff like that. So I don't know. I have a different perspective now on how I plan to talk to pregnant women in the future, because I'm sure I was one of those people, because it happened to my cousin. But it's, I don't know, something you think twice about after you've had that experience. So lately I've been just super tired, and that's par for the course when you're in your third trimester. I am 33 weeks, 6 days right now. So I'll talk about the school stuff in a minute, but right now I can't sleep. Like, I sleep at max for 6 hours, but in like 2-hour increments throughout the night. So if I go to bed at 10, which is typical that I'm falling asleep around 10 something, then I'll wake up at 2 something. No, I'll wake up at like 12 something, 2 something, and then like 4 something. So, and it's not even like I have to get up and go to the bathroom either. It's just, I'm up. I've been waking up at like 4 o'clock all summer long. Some days it was 5. There was a couple of glorious days where I was able to sleep until 6. So with that sleep schedule, I'm kind of worried about going back to school, because you know that can be tiring to begin with, but then to be like in your third trimester on top of it at the end of your pregnancy and not sleeping well regardless, it's a little bit scary. But I'm hoping that, you know, my sleep schedule changes when I start going back to school, because who knows, that's possible. And there's just like a lot of little things that I've noticed about just how I am right now that I'm not looking forward to going back to school. Like, been really hot here lately, and hopefully it won't be so hot in a couple of weeks when we do go back to school, but we don't have air conditioning in my building. We're getting it, which I'm super excited about, but we don't have it now. So I mean, I have to like plan my outfits carefully and I don't know. Maternity clothes suck as far as like having to go teach in, because everything is either a V-neck or just like really revealing, and you know, you're bigger to begin with, so it's just hard to find something that's like school appropriate that you can be comfortable in at the same time. My feet have been swelling like really badly just from like going out to a store. Like went to the mall the other day and did a little bit of running around, went to a couple different stores, and then my feet were like so swollen, and I'm like, that's only from, you know, being at the mall for like an hour. I cannot possibly imagine what it's going to be like when I'm at school for 8 hours on my feet like the whole time, and who knows. I have one pair of shoes right now that fits me, and when my feet are really swollen, they truthfully don't, and I don't know what to do about it. So like, that's the kind of stuff I have to look forward to. When I go back to school, I will be like right at 35 weeks, so I won't be there for very long, but it's still just, these little things are like just worrisome, and it'll be fine. I'll get through it, but it's like the little stuff like that, just like having your feet swell and everything. And then as far as maternity leave goes, I don't really know what my school has as far as expectations, but I've been like mentally preparing. First of all, it's hard for me because I like back to school and getting to know my students. I feel like I'm going to get there, get to know them, leave, and then come back and have to like rebuild from scratch all over again. You know, the timing is what it is. It's not like we were able to plan to get the baby to be here when we wanted or anything like that. It's God's plan. But I started preparing for maternity leave back in June. I made what I call like a master folder of everything for geometry. So it's all already uploaded into Google Drive. Everything, every activity, the interactive notebook pages. To my knowledge, my school has not found a leave replacement for me yet, so I don't have anyone to get into contact with and start preparing them now. But what I have done was set aside a binder, and my plan is to like just fill it with anything that the person might need, so it's just available for them at their fingertips. And I'm also putting together a Google Doc with like a table of contents, and I'll link everything in there, like the scope and sequence. I'm going to make a pacing guide, those like master files that I talked about, how to like just put something in Google Classroom in case they have to go virtual. I'm thinking I might just have Google Classroom set up daily anyway, just so students are used to it. So if we do have to go virtual, I say if, and I feel like it's more of a when, but for if we go virtual, I want my students to be like prepared and kind of used to using Google Classroom. So I'll put all the pertinent information in there like that, into the maternity leave binder, but also into my Google Doc. And if I can sit down and like do a video going over that stuff, I will. That would be like a bonus video. I don't know if it can happen or not, but I definitely want to try, or at least a blog post in the future, because last time I had my son, he was due June 30th. So he came July 8th, and we had like the entire 8-week maternity leave during summer break, so I didn't have to deal with any of this, and it was much easier. But I think that's it. I think that's everything I have to update on for right now. If you do have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. It's still early enough that I'll be able to respond pretty quickly. My future videos in October and on, just bear with me and be patient, because I don't know that I'll be able to respond to those comments right away like I would now. I mean, I don't even respond right away a lot, and just sincere apologies for that. I don't spend a lot of time like on YouTube interacting like I do on Instagram, which brings me to another point. If you want to like stay more like up to date with what's going on, Instagram is your best bet, because I basically, when I stopped vlogging on YouTube, I started doing like what I would normally do for a vlog over on Instagram. So that's where you'll be able to find me the easiest. I'll probably still be on Instagram quite a bit when the baby's here, because for me that's like unwinding and like a way to relax and just enjoy my time. So there'll probably be a good chance that you'll be able to catch me on there. Okay, that really is everything now. You can put questions in the comments, and as always, thanks for watching.